What's up, everybody? I'm Lon Eagleton, coming at you from the Black Veil Brides Fall Tour. Out on the road right now, we are entering week 10 in a row on the tour here. It's been a long one, but having a great time all the same. And in this video, we're going to be talking about life on the road, what it's like to be a touring musician, how it is to be away from home for an extended period of time, how exciting it can also be to be playing these types of shows. So we're going to be talking about all that in this video. And beautiful view from the hotel room today, as you saw in the intro track. Quite breathtaking. Let's go check out the beach right now. But first, I just want to say, a fan gave me this Orioles water bottle at our last show in Baltimore. That's my team. Got to support the team, so let's go fill this up and let's go check out the beach. So there are definitely days on tour that can feel like a bit of a free vacation, and this is certainly one of those days. You know, it's just so amazing here. This is incredible. And anyways, on one of my first tour vlog episodes, somebody asked me in the comments section, they said, "Hey Lonnie, what's your favorite and least favorite parts about being a touring musician?" And that's kind of what sparked the idea for this video, was that comment. So don't want to leave the beach here, this is incredible, but let's head back into the hotel room and let's talk about some of this stuff. Alright, we made it back to the hotel room here, and we're just going to start off today by listing some of my favorite things about being on tour, about being a touring musician. There's definitely a lot of them. Probably the one that stands out to me the most, though, the one that we'll start with, is the simple idea of, you know, getting to play these large concerts on a nightly basis, right? Getting to play in front of large audiences, the big rooms with the sea of people in front of you, that kind of thing. These are the kind of shows I dreamt of playing as a kid when I was sitting in my bedroom learning how to play guitar, practicing chords and stuff like that. It's what I always wanted, so to be able to do that every night and just, you know, step out on stage, see people singing along in the front row, seeing the excitement that lights up on their face when you step out in front of them, to be able to activate that kind of emotion into a person or into a large group of people just from playing music is a pretty incredible feeling. So to be able to do that regularly is probably my favorite part if I had to pick a point to start off with today. Some of the other things I really enjoy, getting to travel is definitely a big one. You know, I love going to like tourist attractions and seeing new parts of the world, going to a new city for the first time. That kind of thing really excites me. So, you know, getting to do that is pretty awesome, and getting to see places that I would maybe otherwise never get to see in my lifetime had I not come through music. Outside of that, getting to, you know, create lasting friendships and relationships with the band and crew, you know, share experiences and memories that'll last a lifetime. That's always awesome. And, just, I guess, the simple idea of earning a living through playing music, right? And just out here providing for the family, you know, earning a living, making an income, and, doing it all through my instrument. You can't beat that. And, you know, there are definitely days or periods of time where I do feel like I don't have to, quote-unquote, work for a living, which is pretty awesome. But that being said, you know, I definitely do spend a lot of time at this, you know, at least 10 hours every single day on my business, oftentimes more, whether it's, you know, packaging up my merchandise to ship out, filming or editing YouTube content, learning how to better use my equipment, practicing my instrument, studio sessions, replying to comments and emails, learning music for a gig, producing songs for a client, teaching, gigging. The list goes on, you know. There's a lot that goes in behind the scenes, and it's like this. It's like the time that you're up on stage, that hour and a half every day or whatever it is that people see. That's only the tip of the iceberg, right? The work of the job is pretty much everything else that goes on behind the scenes through the day, right? All the stuff that you don't see. And, you know, like I said, there's a lot of it, but I really love it. And I do feel like if I didn't have such an OCD workaholic personality, then I really honestly don't think I would have made it this far in this industry, because you really got to push yourself through those times when you don't want to do it. But, I really do love it. Okay, so now let's look at the other side of the coin and let's talk about some of the things that I maybe don't enjoy as much about this job. And I just want to preface this by assuring you that I'm not complaining when I say these things, okay? I feel very grateful to be able to do this for a living, and I'm definitely not complaining. Just trying to, show full transparency in this video and, give you the best answer I can. Okay, so the most obvious one, and probably the most common one between people who have to travel for a living, is just having to be away from home for long periods of time, right? To speak from experience, right now I've been away from home for 10 weeks, and it'll be another 2 weeks before I get to go home. That kind of time away from home, away from your partner, away from everything in your daily life, it's tough. It's a big challenge. It can be taxing on your relationships, and it takes a lot of work to get through that kind of thing. It's one thing to be away for, a couple weeks at a time, but 3 months is something else. Similarly, there's also the day-to-day stuff, right? Just last night, actually, we got a new puppy before I left for a tour. Just last night, she lost her first baby tooth, and I wasn't able to be there for that. It's not the end of the world, but it is nice to be around for that stuff, right? So you have to miss stuff like that. Our guitar player in the band, Jinx, he just had a son, and he's missing a lot of firsts at home, as they say. So, that can be tough. I've had to miss a lot of my wife's birthdays over the years. That's never fun. But anyways, I'm not trying to make this a sad video, just trying to be fully transparent with you and, show you all sides of the coin, as I said, give you an honest answer. And, I'm well aware that all jobs have their ups and downs, right? I know all of you can certainly relate to what I'm saying in one way or another, definitely. And, of course, there's many jobs that entail you to be away from home, away from your family for extended periods of time. It's not just musicians or touring musicians. There's many jobs that, entail that kind of criteria. But, those photos of us up on stage, playing our instruments, smiling from ear to ear, those definitely come from an honest place. And, those moments are amazing, and I wouldn't trade them for the world. But, yeah, like I said, just trying to give a truthful answer here from my point of view at this moment in time. So, in summary, being a touring musician is amazing. Every day is so exciting. It is, such an exciting lifestyle. It definitely has its challenges. It's a career with many ups and downs. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm Lonnie Eagleton. We're getting picked up now to head to the venue, go play the show tonight here in Myrtle Beach. Super excited. And yeah, we'll see you next time in the next video.